Hey traders, welcome to the Friday recap here for my Emini S&P 500 ES futures trading. Today was the non-farm employment report. Came out before the market opened up to the New York Stock Exchange there, and some numbers that were pretty poor. And so we saw the market drop quite a bit, a lot of volatility introduced, and this was actually a day that had tons of opportunity in it. Unfortunately, I missed a lot of the earlier stuff because I had a little bit of a later night before, so I wanted to catch a little bit of extra sleep in the morning. So I actually started quite a bit later than typically I kind of aim for. I usually aim for right around that 9:30, but started around 11:30 here and just traded for an hour and a half. But still caught some nice longs in here and was able to take pretty good profit. 3 trades, 6.5 points. As you'll notice here, as I'm trading this sort of intraday trending move here, notice that I'm kind of more aggressively entering early in the move and then starting to get a little bit more conservative as things go on. And targets are the same way, bigger targets early on and then more conservative as things go. And that's something that's a big part of my trading approach, adapting to the market and being a little bit more aggressive earlier on, and always kind of thinking that that first pullback is kind of the best pullback, not only in terms of the reward potential, but often the win rate. And it's one of those things that for newer traders, it's often kind of difficult to grasp that or to really, get after some of those earlier moves, those earlier trades, because we always want more and more and more confirmation to really feel confident pulling the trigger. But if you wait for essentially too much confirmation, a big trend that's already taken place, a lot of times you're just going to get in right at the end and you're going to get trapped and you're going to take a loss. So that's what you see for, again, new traders all the time. They enter late, they miss out on the early stuff, they miss out on the good profit. So, I tend to be a little bit more aggressive early, a little bit more conservative late, which is generally a little bit more in line with what, the market is actually going to do. So worked out pretty well. Actually aimed for on this first trade a little bit more profit than 3 points, but just wasn't really following through. So I was glad to take what was there. We just had some big swings earlier on, so it seemed like the potential was there for, to kind of recover some of the drop from earlier and kind of go back into it a little bit, look for more sellers. So I thought there would be maybe a bigger swing there, just the way this one started and how high momentum it was. But as you can see, it was basically 100% extension of that move here, like 100% of this, this original move following through here. So couldn't necessarily expect that much more without a little bit of a pullback, but I latched back on here and took things back up, taking a couple points. And then in here, gave it a couple attempts. I was actually trying to essentially get a profit up in this area in here, just at the prior high, especially after things slowed down, but it wouldn't really break through, so I just took what was available there. Was interested in actually going short here because you notice how much momentum there was, and that was in line with a little bit more of the flows of the day as well. So was trying to get in somewhere in here, but once we got all the way down into what was a pretty clear trend line and we started to lose momentum, I wasn't really interested anymore because I only really wanted to trade with momentum on a day like this. Don't want to try to anticipate breaks, anticipate momentum coming into the market before it's actually there. So worked out pretty well, and happy with that result. Overall, a very solid week and a good number of points. And only one day that was a losing day or lost just a quarter of a point, but the other days making 6 points, over 6 points on this day, 6 points, 5 points the other days of the week. So worked out really well, and definitely happy with the results. So I'll put together on the website a little week in review post, cover a few of the kind of valuable lessons to be gained from the week. But hope your guys' trading week went very well, and looking forward to seeing how things go in the next week. Now the non-farm is out, and we'll see if we get some active summer trading or a little bit less volume, a little bit slower markets in the weeks to come here. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your weekend.